Hello, my name is Justin. I'm a Master's of Occupational Therapy student at the University of Texas at Tyler. Today, I would like to demonstrate for you a little hobby that I enjoy um, that kind of helps, you know, it's a mental break for me, kind of for my own mental health. It's paper folding, paper modeling airplanes, like just something simple as folding a paper airplane. There's many other intricate paper folding uh, activities out there, such as origami, scrapbooking, card making, paper flowers, making bouquets out of paper flowers, decoupage, cutting the stuffs out of magazines or whatever and turned into something, paper mache, type of sculpting using the wet paper that can be as, creative as you want, paper cutting, I remember simply as a kid, we'd fold up the pieces of paper and cut it out and make snowflakes to hang up all over the room, around Christmas time. For me, I think, keeping my hands occupied and creating something, building something, making something with my hands really is helpful for me um, in my own mental health. Mary Riley says, men through the use of his hands, as they're energized by mind and will, can influence the state of his own health. And I really think that you know resounds true. And if we can keep our hands busy, we can keep our mind occupied, and that not only will help improve mental health but physical health as well. And I think that's really one of the strong basis for the field of occupational therapy is a holistic approach to treating the whole body. So this is an example of the book that I have that has some uh, different types of planes you can fold, and kind of what they do and how far they fly, and all kinds of neat facts about them, how difficult they are, where they're best used. Uh, Kind of gives you an overview of what they all look like and where the so this also gives you kind of some tips and tricks to make it work most efficiently and to work as best as possible, even some problem solving after you've made it and if it's not flying quite like you like it. So this is just kind of demonstration of step-by-step instructions. So the one I'm going to be making today is this spy plane. Also, it comes with all these different colored paper in the back. I found this book at like Barnes and Noble. Sure you get it at any craft store. This publisher makes different options, even different folding flyers and stuff like that. I mean, you can also go online and find endless options. This can be used as a group project. This could even, make it into a little competition to see who flies best, anything like that. So, but this is what I'm going to demonstrate. So I'm going to put this up here so I can fold for you. So basically, you're going to start out an old paper like this. We're going to fold it over in half. As the instructions tell you, you want to make all your creases really good. You want to make your corners line up very well. You unfold it like this. So the next step you're going to want to do, it says to open it back up and fold it about an inch from the bottom. And you're just going to repeat this step, folding it tightly 1 inch at a time. It says 7 times, but It also says you want to be roughly 2 inches from the top. We're making sure we're really creasing all these very well. That 2 inches. So next step, rotate it, flip it over. We're gonna fold it in half back on this seam. Once again, making sure our corners are lined up, making sure our creases are done well. So about an inch from this end, you're gonna fold this in. Make sure your corners are lined up. What you're gonna do next is flip it over. You're just gonna match up these two ends. Sure your creases are done correctly. Next step is just finishing it up. So you'll open it back up and you'll have this, what looks, kind of like an airplane. Next, you're just gonna fold these in. It says about an inch on either wing. You're gonna fold them up. Then you'll straighten out all your edges. Make sure that your wings are matching up to the same angles. And then you have a little plane to fly. For me, one of the great things about working with these paper projects is just the really the limitless possibilities. It can be as simple as something like we've done here, using a template to make a simple paper airplane, or, you know, using just pure creativity to go make a flower bouquet, or, something as intricate as some of these origamis have hundreds of folds to make these very intricate projects, and it could be something as simple as just, you know, giving a kid a piece of paper and say, hey, why don't you fold up something and make an animal out of it, make it creative. So, it really can span from any setting, from kids up to geriatric settings. You can work on multiple different things: fine motor control, you can work on dexterity, you can work on bilateral integration, things following directions, sequencing, things like that. It can also be upgraded and downgraded in so many ways. You can have lines drawn out to fold this, to where that they're following step by step, or like I said, you can just give them someone free reign and be like, make what you want to. And, those are all very beneficial on top of all the mental health aspects of, it's occupying your hands, it's occupying your mind. And, that's the basis of how healing happens in an occupational therapy setting. Um, so for me, it's great because, you know, I can do this and kind of get lost in my own little world, and, you know, my thoughts go